It's my first DJ mix that I've released in my lifetime, and it's an hour and 15 minutes of what I think is the best house music of the day. Pretty representative of my DJ sets, actually. So I was trying to ride the line between making something that is both representative of a club experience and at the same time is good to listen to at home, which is a lofty goal. I don't know if I pulled it off or not. The first place I started was simply going through records in my record bag that are mainstays in my DJ set. And actually, I licensed or got clearance for probably like 50 tracks initially. And I had all kinds of different things in there, like classic house tracks that had been really big tracks for me, like Your Love by Frankie Knuckles, or even though it's not a house track, No UFOs by Juan Atkins. Really classic, defining tracks like that. And then I licensed things that were not really dance music tracks, like there was a Killing Joke song and I think a Devo track or something. But in the end, I wanted to do something that was pretty cohesive, so I ended up using I think everything I have on there is pretty contemporary, except a couple of tracks. And then I just thought about it a lot. Yeah, it's called Feel So Good, and surprisingly it seems to be about feeling good. And I wrote it pretty much to fit in the mix, actually. Like sort of tailored it to sit in the DJ Kicks mix where it is. It's a little bit like my track Happy House, actually. It's a bit of a Happy House part 2 in some ways. Working on it in my head, yeah. Which might seem funny, but is actually at least half the battle for me. I tend to actually walk around writing songs in my head. And I don't know how, because I have a terrible memory, but I remember them, and I'll have like 5 tracks written in my head with parts and lyrics and things. But yeah, just going through that process and deciding sort of what direction to go in are the things I have to do before I actually start writing anything. And I think it's really going to be maybe an even more focused album than my last one in terms of being a collection of popular song-oriented tracks. But that said, I could just make it an album of 4 10-minute long dance tracks. We'll see. I did a bit of touring, scheduled specifically to promote this DJ Kicks release. I think I have almost a month booked in Europe and the UK in May, and then I come home and do a tour of the United States that's not so typical of my usual DJing here, because in the US I tend to just go away for weekends. And this is shaping up to be more like a band tour where I just take off for a few weeks, go around the country, playing even during the week, which I don't usually do in the United States, because I think people in the United States don't like to go out during the week so much as they do in Europe, where they don't work as hard, I guess. Yeah, and then just playing like I always do. I'm always away, I'm never home, so I love to go out and DJ. Yeah, I have a remix that I'm almost done. It's ready to leave my studio for Alison Moyet, or Moyet, as people mispronounce her name, I guess, depending where you're from, who was the singer in Yaz. And actually, it's a really interesting thing about the track is Yaz were, you know, a big influence for me, especially in making my last album. I'm sure I ripped off a number of Yaz songs along the way. And then I got this track and instantly realized that it was pretty much a carbon copy of my song One Day from my last album, which I found immensely flattering. But also, I got a little paranoid. I didn't know if they were just messing with me or something. So, but I'm actually really flattered. And it's really good. I really like it. And that's next.